but I met them crossroads, knowing that I had that spiritual and that connection through the Great Spirit, through Grandpa Charlie, and how he taught us these ways, and how he taught us how to be family, bringing us together. You know, this is all part of Grandpa Charlie's dream, was to be with his grandchildren, be with his kids, and teach them the ways and the healings. And I admit I've lost track of them things. I went astray from them things, and like Uncle Hootie said, the elders, we seem like we've lost touch with that, and giving that respect back to them, and just going up and saying hello. It seems to be hard thing for the younger generation to do. I know for me and my experiences, I deal with a lot of shame because I feel like I let them down, choosing the routes that I've chosen, and disrespecting them, and then not sticking with the Indian way, and going to drugs and alcohol, thinking that was going to help. And all it did was take me away from one of the things that I love most in my life, and that's our heritage. And growing up, I always knew that we were special people, and we were taught that we live a different way of life. We look at Mother Earth and we respect and we give thanks, and it is hard to see the world just disrespecting Mother Earth and not taking care of her. A lot of that plays a role with how human nature is these days. It's about money, or it's about power, or this family's got this, or this family's got that. Different tribes have this and different tribes have that. Everybody has the same, other tribes, they got the same issues as we do. Sometimes we see it glamorized on TV. Oh yeah, everything's all good here, but you got the same troubles as we got everywhere you go. It's just to overcome them is where the strength comes from, I believe. And I'm glad I'm here today with my brothers and my uncles, and John and his wife bringing us together here, to honor our elders and to give respect, and to let them know that we know what's going on and what it's going to take. And it takes little gatherings like this, and it's a start. I'm grateful. Sweat lodge ceremonies, drumming, singing, making regalia. We did all these as children, as young children. We were brought up this way. We were brought up how to take care of ourselves. If we were ever to be stuck somewhere, we knew what to do. We knew if we wanted to eat, we got to get in there and get that fish. We knew if we wanted a fire, we just had to go up there and get that moss and take that flint, and we'd have fire. All the tools we needed: how to make bows, how to make arrows, how to make fish nets, how to make these drums. All that was taught to us as young children. And I remember them days, and every time I've came across anything that seemed to be too difficult for me to handle, I would think about them things. I think about my brothers, and I think about my grandfather. I think about my mother, my father, and all the people that showed me the way. And that gave me strength to overcome a lot. I haven't been through as much as a lot of people have, but I know I've been through my share, and I think I was my worst enemy. And I faced that enemy when I was alone, when I was by myself. I quit blaming society, and I quit blaming all these other things, and I started taking responsible for myself. And that was the biggest step I've ever taken in my life. And ever since then, I just feel the strength inside to be able to deal and do with anything that comes across my way. You know, spiritually, you know, we face spiritual challenges every day. You know, should we take that drink? Should we take that, you know, drug? Should we do this or should we do that? You know, those are all just, you have a choice whether or not you want to do that or not. You know, I think about times that I've been in a sweat lodge and how good the medicine smelled. And, you know, medicine's all around us. It's so abundant. It's the good energy that comes from, you know, flowers, from wood, from drum, from trees, rocks. You know, it's there. It's just you gotta tap into it and be a part of it. And when you get to that point, you'll understand that it didn't take nothing at all. You know, it didn't take nothing from you. If anything, it gave. And you know, it's our duty to give back and to give thanks and to give respect.
Oh, yeah.
We might not get it until later. You know, I know for me, I've had many experiences where Grandpa's taught me something. I didn't really understand it at the moment, but later on in life, it came back into a full circle, and right then and there, he said, you know what he was talking about, and you know, we deal with as Indian people, Native Americans, we deal with, you know, not just the troubles that are in our communities, but we pray for everything, you know, Mother Earth, you know, all the races, you know, we're not, you know, really that hateful of people. We see other people struggling and trying to live life, and we feel their pain, and you know, and they probably feel ours. You know, and the best way to deal with something like that for me is to pray and to get the connection, and you know, and the answers will come. It's just like Grandpa Charlie teaching us. The Great Spirit teaches us every day something new, and it's that aha moment that you get from, you know, when you get it, you know, the sounds of all the birds, you know, all coming together as once. You know, those are all little hints and signs of, you know, the Great Spirit's always there. You know, I've overcome many obstacles, you know, to deal with, you know, life in general. You know, as a kid, you know, you have to deal with society, and I'd always go tell Grandpa or tell my parents, you know, these kids said this about us, and you know, we're this kind of Indian, or you know, we're, you know, all kinds of, you know, things, you know, children shouldn't say to each other, and they do. And you know, I overcame those. Grandpa used to always tell me, oh, just ignore them, you know, don't let them bother you. And he'd always bring your spirit up and bring you back to where, you know, you felt comfortable and safe.